I'm fine with looking default today, no big deal. So my name is 11. Some of these text boxes you kind of have to wait for the animation to finish. Some of them are instant. I know, Sam, I know. I should have reset for the one character name, but there's going to be plenty of mistakes in this one, so I'm not too worried. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. I could actually I could actually walk away for like an hour and a half and this would still PB, so though we are kind of testing some requirements for Blaire when I do this. We thought she required some additional affection with other people. That might not be true. But also, it could be true. So, you know, if this one ends up not finishing, we'll be fine. I'm hoping this one can sub 2, in all honesty. kidding me? Thanks, Desert. What the hell is that? What's on the guy's face? Oh, is that the bandana? I just couldn't tell. I thought it was like a guitar. My chat is like super far away from me, so it looks kind of small. It works on Ann. It certainly fits on Ann. Also, I just like that you have enough channel points to just do that as much as you want. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what we could do with this game in terms of predictions. There's not really much to predict. But also the fact that mods can't use them, and mods make up the vast majority of my chat. What's up, Scorpius? Just casually on our way to a huge 2-hour PB. Probably, I hope 2 hours. Is it really? It is 10 more days. That's crazy. Time has flown by. I'm glad I didn't wait. I'm glad I know as much as I know going into it. So, we're going to go out on the 17th to get our tree stuff, and then we're going to go back out on the 28th to ship our crops and stuff. Then in summer, we're going to plant green peppers. We're going to sleep through most of it. We're going to sell our green pepper first yield as soon as we can. Unlock the second area of the island. Then we're going to look for Blaire's flower that she likes. In fall. Once we find it and ship it, we're going to go buy a bunch of seeds. Yeah, I agree about the experimenting. I mean, I've been doing quite a bit of it, but it's hard to do the experimenting when you can barely read the game. So we're hoping to get 9 days of rain in summer, at least. More would be even better. Desert was here. I think Desert's going to be in and out. As far as I know, Desert's still working on his move. And I don't know what stage of that process he's at. No, I mean, he had a move last year, and then he's been in the process of looking for a place, but now he's actually in the process of moving, I think. I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but I'm pretty sure this is it. He's actually moving at this point. Yeah, I went through a move like 4 years ago. I don't recommend it. Everybody stay where they are. I still have stuff that I don't know where it is. Do not recommend. Yeah, mine was May of 2017, and it was brutal. I will never forget it. I hated every moment of it. Never want to do it again. So I think I'm just going to split when my crops are in the dirt. I don't quite know exactly how much I can fit. Wow, we had a ton of good forage. That's the way to do it, Sam. Find a good one, and don't wait. Okay, whether or not that's going to be enough, I actually have no idea. Don't know how much I can afford. What's up, Retro Girl? How's it going? It is going. I feel you there. It's quite a few peppers. That's like so many peppers that I don't think I have enough room. Well, have you tried to gift her a little bit less? Have you considered that you could give her less gifts? I mean, you just take the LP value of her gifts that you're giving her plus the talk. You take the total she needs, which is 60,000 minus her boost. You figure out if you're giving her a gift on her birthday, etc., etc. Divide that and get the number of your gifts that you need. And then from there, you just figure out the best day for those gifts, which is going to be days you're already doing stuff. The decay is a legitimate thing, and that's something that you can't route. Like, you just can't route it out. So factor in how many gift days she needs, and I would say don't worry about the decay, but have a few extra gifts on hand. Ultimately, the fastest run is going to be one where you just don't get the decay, and that's just something you can't plan for. Yeah, that was actually very lucky, Scorpius. I really did not know how much I was going to need. So I've got to try to count my rainy days here. $71 gifts sounds wrong. Celia gets a boost, right? Am I crazy? I don't want to do the math, like, on stream with no calculator. Birthday boost cuts off a few days. What were you gifting her? She does not have a plus 500 gift, like, at all? Oh, not an easy one. Gotcha. That's one, I believe. 71 still sounds high. I would say, well, so what? It's a plus 300 gift then? But how much does she get per talk? Or does that include the talk? I feel like you didn't factor in talks or something. 71 is too many. So she gets a boost, right? Is the boost 12,500 like Friends of Mineral Town, or is it only 10,000? And she gets affection for the heart events too. So 12,500 minus 12,500. And then how much does she get for the heart events? The heart events give some number. So is that 3,000 times 4 or 5? How many are in DS? Is it 4? So that's another 12,000. So we're already at her needing 35,500 divided by 500. Hey, that's 71. You're right. That seems wrong. That seems like too many. But I guess birthdays are a thing. But I don't actually know how the birthday boost works in DS. I don't know what kind of a boost it is. So I have not been counting my days. 5x, so 2,500 on her birthday, so that's an extra 5,000. That's pretty good. Cuts off 10 days. So that would be 61 days, but I guess you're including the birthday in those two. I kind of want to go check my peppers. Because we got a bunch of rainy days in the middle of the month there. They are ready. Okay, that's good. But yeah, Retro Girl, I would plan for like 60, 63 gifts, 64 gifts, something like that. And hope that the decay is covered. We are going to be more than good on money, I think. I needed a little bit extra for Blaire to unlock the second area. What we're not going to be good on is space. We have no space to plant our flowers. Which sucks, but we'll live. Just get out the sickle. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine to be cautious, but I mean, essentially, when she hits red, you can just stop. I mean, were you still doing sprite-related stuff by the time she hit red? I would think that the sprite stuff would be all done before then. Like, I know you're trying to line them up together as close as you can. Oh, geez, yeah. Well, I would take into consideration that, like, if you know she needs 65 days, I don't even think, for Rescue Harvest Goddess, I don't even think we go outside 65 days, right? So, like, yeah, I would definitely not be gifting her. I would essentially just be gifting her when you're doing the sprite stuff. I wouldn't be going any more frequently than that. Like, you should be gifting her when you're doing stuff like the, like when you're watering your pepper and your pineapple, etc., because you can just teleport stone over there. But I wouldn't go out of my way. I would essentially just do a regular Rescue Harvest Goddess run and only gift her on those days. And then, you know, see where she's at the end of that. Do the hard events, see where she's at. Yeah, I agree. It is. I definitely agree with that. But yeah, what I would do, just for your own sanity, for your own routing sake, I would do a regular Rescue Harvest Goddess run. And, like, gift her on the days that you're doing stuff. And then see where she lands at the end of your Rescue Harvest Goddess run. Like, see where she's at. She'll probably be, like, you know, late yellow or early orange already. So then you just add in a few more affection days during the Rescue Harvest Goddess run and you're good. Yeah, there are a few differences. You're right. I'm saying for the ease of your routing, like you don't really have to do too many calculations. You can literally just do like a slow run and see where she ends up. Well, yeah, the casino is an amazing way to make money. I don't blame you there. Retro Girl doesn't like it, but I love it. Alright, we are looking for a white flower. I'll know it when I see it. Come on. Give it to me. No dice. Alright, we check again tomorrow. We need to get it by like the 20th of fall or something. This isn't the end of the world because we've got to sell the peppers anyway, so like we can go buy our flowers on the same day we sell the pepper, possibly. I'm gonna sleep 2 days. Try to give that flower some time to spawn. I wonder if I should be picking stuff up on that second part of the island. I don't know why I keep calling it an island. We're not an island, we're just on the coast. I gotta get used to saying farm. Come on, baby. Let's see it. Where is it? Bamboo. Mushrooms. Purple or brown cow. Can I just get my flower? I'm going to pick up the existing flowers here and hope that that helps. I should have. It wasn't like I wasn't happy with it or anything. It's just that it took us a while to get the VODs up, and then I was like, I was kind of burnt out on marathon stuff, and I didn't submit it. I should, though, but I want to revisit. The new route is going to be a little... If you can imagine it, the new route is going to be even less interesting than the existing route. Yeah, I'm aware. Well, I made the board for it, and then I just I didn't submit it. Yeah, the new route has grass seeds for money at the beginning, which is it's essentially going to go. We're going to skip the tea phase. We're going to go grass seeds into the citrus perfume. And it's going to be less time, but more sleeping. Like, we're going to cut off 2 hours, but the amount of sleeping we're going to do is absolutely bananas. I'm not... yeah, you're right. It is the third windmill, but the thing is... That's where the sleeping comes into play. You unlock the third windmill in fall of your first year. Yeah. It, we're still going to start the game with turnips. Then we buy a cow. The reason we buy a cow is because you have to have a cow in order to buy fodder. And you need fodder to make grass seeds. And then you just sell the grass seeds. And you can make so many of them that it's not even funny. You can make so many of them that you can't even sell them all if you stood at the bazaar all day. Bro, am I in the wrong month? Am I in fall? Does this thing even spawn in fall, or does it spawn in summer? Am I crazy? Yeah, the fodder doesn't spoil. The fertilizer doesn't spoil. The grass seeds don't spoil. So you can literally just have them to supplement your income the whole time. You sell a bunch of them. And then you kind of prep yourself for the citrus perfume, which sells for a ton of money. But it is a lot of sleeping. Like, in order to get those citrus perfumes, you basically have to go to, like... I want to say, I think the 5th year is the earliest you can start selling them. Because you can start making them in the 4th year, but they take so long to make. They take thousands of hours in the windmill. You've just got to sleep through it. But I genuinely think it's going to be the fastest thing we can do. So yeah, I mean, that's part of our Harvest Moon. Like, we optimize it to the point of it being no fun. Bro, I could have swore this flower was easier to get than this. I'm not crazy, right? Like, it's not on the 3rd area? I could have swore it was on the 2nd area. So yes, talking about that citrus perfume, like... It requires pineapples, which you can get, I believe, in year 3 or 2 or 3. Or I'm sorry, it requires oranges, which you can only get after year 3. And then it requires the perfume. I literally don't even remember the recipe. I just remember that there was something about it. There it is. Alright, we got our flower. Kind of obnoxious, but we got it. Let me grab this guy. And, of course... If the flowers were more reliable forage, I could go grab one for her every day and not have to plant any, but they're not. Tomorrow's a Monday. I'm actually not sure when the flower shop is closed. I'm kind of thinking it's a Monday. I'm going to sleep one more day. Now I'm kind of curious what that recipe is. fogu.com/hm9 windmills, grinding windmill. No, it's the fermenting windmill. Isn't it? Am I crazy? So we need 20 spaces here. Or, like 24 spaces. I guess it's the manufacturing windmill. I honestly don't know. I know where it's located, but I don't know which one it is. It's the last one you unlock. It's like on the screen right below your farm. Which is the same one that the grassy. So it's got to be the grinding windmill. Probably enough. Yeah, there it is. Oh, citrus perfume is orange plus pineapple. Yeah, I thought it was closed Monday, so I slept an extra day. So yeah, in Grand Bazaar, the citrus plus the pineapple. So the citrus is available year 3 plus, and the pineapple is available in like year 2 plus, I believe. So in the second year, you grow your pineapples in summer, and then you plant your orange trees in the third year, and that takes the whole year for them to mature. So then you collect oranges in your fourth year, and then you make the citrus perfume. You can actually make the perfume with rotten pineapples and regular old oranges. So in the fifth year, or I'm sorry, in the fourth year, you take your oranges and your pineapples and you make your perfume, and then you essentially sleep to spring year 5. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. So I can just buy the flour, but I think this is going to be our best bet, because buying the flour requires more money. It might end up being worth my while to... What was the price of that? Like $350? It's an extra $8,000, $8,700, almost $9,000 to buy the flowers. I probably would have had enough with the green peppers to just buy the flowers now. So maybe that's what I'll do in the future. So yeah, the citrus perfume is rotten pineapples plus oranges, and then they sell for like damn near $10,000 a pop. The money is so good. Beautiful. So I have no well either. So I am essentially... That was 1, so I need 5 more rainy days, and if I don't get them by the end of fall, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, Grand Bazaar is very interesting, but once you start getting the tool upgrades, and once you upgrade your farm to have like multiple fields and stuff, once you get the greenhouse type deal in your basement, like, you can do a lot more with it. It's kind of limited at the beginning, and then it opens up once you start unlocking stuff. Yeah, the watering can, you absolutely must upgrade that first as soon as possible. Yeah, the girl sound effects are interesting. And by interesting, I mean absolutely horrible. Oh, I should have split for flowers when I planted those. That's alright. Oh, my splits are all messed up. I didn't split for bridge. I mean, if we can start gifting Blaire before the 1 hour mark, that's pretty good. Ideally, I think we'd like to be gifting her by like the 50-minute mark. This lack of rain is starting to worry me a little bit. I mean, I'll go out on the last day of fall, and then if the what's it calls are done, then they're done. If they're not done, then I will go buy flowers from the store. Let's go out now and see. It might be done. Yep, they are. Okay. So we need to pluck all of these out of the ground before winter, so I can't really save time here. I'm just going to pluck them all today. Because we don't want these things to wither for sure. I actually... This is going to sound counterintuitive, but I can actually let those green peppers just wither. I don't need the money. Which sounds very stupid, but it would take me way too long to get all of those out of the ground, and I don't need the money. Which I know this is essentially lighting money on fire, but I cannot help it. Had I known I was going to end up with so much extra money, I just would have... I just would have bought my flowers, which would have saved us a few minutes. So I think the next time I do this, I'll just end up buying the flowers, no problem. What up, Blaire? She loves me. Yeah, I don't want to leave them there, but it makes more sense for us to leave them there from a time perspective. I might want to do a run back after this one or tomorrow where I buy my flowers instead. Scorpius, we're going to test if we actually need him. So, it's very, very, very possible. Blaire was the second run. Blaire was the second run that we did, and I think it may have been a me issue. I don't necessarily think that he's required. The reason I'm saying this is because we got him up to 4 hearts, and it worked. And then in the story mode stuff we did, we got him up to 1 heart, and it worked. So I'm partially thinking that since Blaire is literally the only one that has a so-called, like, other person requirement, that it might not be true. So we're going to test now that we know what we know. And we're going to see what happens. And if he does require 1 heart, then I'll just try this again tomorrow, and we'll factor that in. Yeah, Retro, it's 25 gifts. It's 25 gifts, and then the gift days are like anywhere between 2 minutes and like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This one's on the lower, on the further end because she's so far away. So it's essentially going to be like an hour of gifting, which unfortunately for us there's nothing else to do during this period because we've already got all of our money. I do need some more logs, but I only need to chop down 1 more tree, which I can do any of these mornings. Yeah, I'm going to try not meeting him or anything, and then we're going to slowly piece it together. If I don't meet him and we don't get the event, then I will go meet him, and then we'll go from there. If it doesn't work after meeting him, then we'll get him to 1 heart, etc., until we nail down the minimum requirements. Yeah, I didn't think it was too weird when we read that in the manual because or the guide. Right, because other games tend to have some weird stuff like that. Where, you know, you have to get certain people to certain friendship levels in order to see certain heart events, and it's definitely something we've seen in other games, which is why it didn't seem too weird to me. But then once I got through all the other candidates and I realized none of the other candidates had a requirement like that, I was like, okay, there's something off here. There's no way that there's a requirement like that for only one person. Oh, you know what? And I didn't split for start gifting either, so... And even with chopping down that tree, we made it right at 6:30. Right. And I was genuinely worried about the candidates, too. Like, you know, are these people going to require me to be friends with their whole family, etc., like some games have? But this game ended up being really, really lenient on the marriage requirements, and I am super thankful. These runs would have been very, very tedious if we had to befriend a bunch of people. I mean, okay, I'll be fair. This run would have been even more tedious because it's already up there. So yeah, at this point we have everything we need. We've got the 26,000 G, we've got the 20 logs, we've got all the gifts we need for Blaire. So we are essentially, we're done. This is every day from here on out, unless it's a festival day. Which I have to pay attention to because I don't really know the festival days in winter. What's up, Unwashed Pizza? So when I get a notification here, one of those festival interruptions, I'm going to make sure I write down what day that is. What's up, Goobile? Also, what's been on my mind is they said they were going to be releasing a patch before the English launch that fixed some things. And we have no word on that, and we only have 10 days left before the English launch. So I'm a little confused about that, and also curious if it's going to have like a major impact on these runs. Like, if they just say, oh yeah, we decreased the loading times by, you know, 50%, then essentially I'm just going to have to redo all of my runs. Yeah, Retro Girl, that's... I mean, I hope they fix some things, but if I have to redo a bunch of stuff, I'm going to be relatively upset. Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm not really in any rush for them to do it. If they want to wait until even after the English launch, that's fine, but they probably don't. They probably want to get it out before the English launch, which has to be sometime soon. Yeah, I think that's about what I expect to. I'm interested to see what happens. I really am just interested in timing the loading screens in particular, and seeing how that goes. Because obviously if they make some changes to, you know, gameplay or crop prices or affection values or anything like that, that's going to be absolutely massive. But I don't think they're going to change too much on that front. I think if anything, they might improve some of the gameplay elements around makers and crafting, which is not really going to impact these runs too much. Alright, let's try to time one of these. So we'll go from when I start moving. So about 1:03:07 is when we started the day. Oh, I also noticed at the end of my story mode run that there is a very handy in-game timer for how much time you've been playing, which is essentially, I'll show it to you guys after the run. It is essentially how long you actually played and how much is loading screens, which I like. If you compare my timer to the timer that they show me at the end of this run, it's essentially going to be my time minus loading screens, which is really cool to see. Like in the story mode run, I believe the timer between like my final time and the timer it showed in the start menu or in one of the menus was a difference of like 40 minutes. So I spent, during that 17 hours, I spent 40 minutes on loading screens, which is pretty insane. That's a big difference. It could potentially be useful, Retro Girl, if for example, that they if they release a PC version, it could be interesting to see, like, maybe we can have runs on the Switch and the PC version, even if the loading times are extremely different. Like, we might be able to use in-game time to have like a fair leaderboard. Or if they release, like, you know, the rumors that they're going to release a better version of the Switch, like if that loads this game instantly, then you know, having in-game time might actually still be useful for us. So it was 1:03:07 to 1:05:37, just about. So these days are 2.5 minutes. So 24-ish gifting days times 2.5 minutes. With the occasional interruption like that as well. So 3 days from now is the 8th, so I'm not going out on the 8th. Yeah, Marna, I thought that was interesting as well. 17 hours of gameplay and 40 minutes of it almost a full hour of it was loading screens, which is absolutely incredibly awful. I suppose I haven't really like fully tested it. Some of that time could also be cutscenes. But I mean, like, even 10 seconds a day of loading time, which is we would pretty regularly see, especially if we were doing town stuff, like, that adds up, man. That adds up a lot. I think it will. I think the things that they're probably focused on are the people that were complaining about makers, the people that were complaining about the loading screens, and the people that were complaining about the camera angles when you're talking to people. Those were the complaints that I saw the most about, I think. So I feel like if they're going to make any changes, it's going to be those things. Your child doesn't register as a character and doesn't have hearts? Wow. That is, it's interesting. I mean, they might add to it with, they might add to it with the DLC. I guess I wouldn't necessarily, like, count on it, but they might. No music notes, no voice, no anything on your child. Wow. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like they probably tried to rush this game out before Harvest Moon One World, or as close to the One World release date as they could. And that led to them cutting corners in certain areas. I'm sure there's a whole list of things that they wanted to do that didn't quite make it into the game. Due to Rune Factory 5. Well, Retro Girl, I'm not so sure. Though, if I'm being honest, I actually have not heard a lot of fanfare about One World at this point. It seemed to have released to very little... ooh, we weren't supposed to come out today. It seems to have released to very little praise or even notice in general. I mean, okay, so rushing it for Rune Factory 5 is certainly a possibility as well. And I'll be a little honest, like, if that's what they did, I think that was a poor choice. But I also could be totally misunderstanding like Rune Factory's sale figures. Like, I guess it's possible that Rune Factory just sells way more than Story of Seasons, and I just don't know. It certainly doesn't feel that way. But it might just not feel that way in America. I don't know how it is in Japan. Because the company's obviously just going to do whatever makes them the most money. Yeah, that is a nice touch, Marna. I like that too. Instead of in most games where you get married and that's it. That's essentially the end of any additional relationship. Rune Factory 4 sold quite a bit. I just don't know the figures. Like, it's very, very possible that Rune Factory just vastly outsells Story of Seasons, and that's why they focus so much time and resources on it. I mean, I'm going to get Rune Factory 5. I'm not a huge Rune Factory fan. But, like, you know, I hope it blows me away. I hope it's really good. If Rune Factory 5 comes out and it's, like, perfect, you know, some of this other stuff can be forgiven, I think. And I'm not really big into, like, weeby games. I th I think he probably will call it a marriage ceremony in English. From what I remember, they didn't, at least Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, just straight up called it a marriage. But yeah, the Japanese version, obviously, a little different there. I don't even know when Rune Factory 5's release date is. I don't, like, I'm not super hyped up for it. I'm going to get it and I'm going to play it, and I hope that it's good. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure about the English version because I just speed through the text as much as possible. Plus, we play on Chinese. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just me making assumptions, like, you essentially kiss the groom or bride, like, it's in a church, you're wearing wedding dresses, like, it's absolutely a wedding. Everybody knows it's a wedding, regardless of what the game calls it. I would be very happy if they did it, and the Harvest Goddess as well. If they made some ridiculous requirements to marry the Harvest Goddess. Yeah, that's what I thought, Scorpius. I also want the restaurant lady to be a secret bachelorette. I don't remember what her name is, but she's literally all by herself and, like, very clearly a lonely person. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly certainly possible that she just doesn't have any interest, which is fine. But that's usually not how these games work, right? Like, you know, I'm a fresh new farmer that came into this town, and I can force 10 random people of whatever gender to fall in love with me. So why can't I force this lady to fall in love with me? What's one more person? I mean, I feel like they do it on purpose. Every game has the characters that are, like, very clearly designed in such a way that they know people are going to want to marry them. And then they just don't let you. I feel like there's marriage candidate bait all over these games. And that's, like, they just factor it in when they're making the game. Oh, we have to make this really hot MILF whose husband is an asshole. But you can't do anything about it, so enjoy. Rune Factory is worse about it? That's not good. Yeah, Marna, that would be a nice feature. I mean, it really comes down to, like, how taboo is that in Japan? Because if that's super taboo in Japan, then that's never going to happen. Yeah, I've literally never played a Rune Factory, but I fully believe you, because the Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons games are exactly like that. So I'm gonna gift her until I have 4 flowers left. When I have 4 flowers left, she should be at least 9 hearts. And then on that day, if it's not a Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to go through all the motions of buying everything I need. Blaire doesn't have any special requirements as far as I know for sleeping or anything. I know where her events are located, so we shouldn't have any issues there. So that day I'll gift her at 6:30, then I'll get ready to go buy the feather and the necklace, then I'll upgrade my house, then I'll run back over, do her events, then I'll confess, then I'll do the rest of the events, then I'll propose. So this should be one of the runs where we can just fit everything in one day, no problem. Unless Jacob is required, which we still don't technically know, but we're going to find out soon. If this does not sub 2, we can absolutely get it to sub 2 if we buy our flowers. Essentially, we can cut off about 5 minutes no matter what by buying our flowers. And getting a quicker flower spawn in the first place. Like, if we found that flower on fall 1, we would have saved quite a bit of time this run. And, you know, us getting to fall 1 is only like 30 or 40 minutes into the run. So, you know, resetting for that is not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not too bad. Yeah, for sure. That happens. I mean, I'm just giving myself time before the English release. I'm gonna take a phone call real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wait for sunny weather because some of Blaire's events take place outside. I don't technically know if sunny is required. It's not that they take place outside, but like they'll start in the restaurant and then you'll move to outside. And again, I don't know if sun is required, but I don't want to risk it. Problem is that it's really kind of difficult to get sunny weather in the winter. It seems to always be snow or storm. But Sunday and Monday should be fine. So like it's Saturday right now, so I'm hoping to start doing the events tomorrow or the next day. As a matter of fact, I'm probably just going to sleep until it's sunny. I mean, it's something I should definitely test. I just don't want to test it during like a decent run. So if there's a point where I'm doing this run and like I'm not going to PB, then I could absolutely test the snowy weather events. What's up, Control-Alt-Delete? How's it going? Come on, sunny weather. This is going to be a festival reminder. Not sunny. Not sunny. Yeah, I should be prepared with this for Blaire. Although Blaire won't go into winter if I buy my flowers on like the second day of fall. The 25th is going to be sunny, but it's a festival, so I don't wanna leave. Oh, it wasn't even sunny. There we go. But what is today? I think it's Thursday. And I think Thursday works. I think Tuesday, Wednesday are the days I'm avoiding. So this should work out. I'm actually glad I didn't get sunny on one of those days, because I would have totally forgot. So yeah, on top of Blaire, I want to redo Laura, and I want to redo Damon. And those, in particular, are the runs that can save quite a bit of time. Laura's going to be able to save an hour. Damon's going to be able to save about an hour. Oh, and Rin. I have to redo Rin as well. Because Rin's up around 4 hours, and Damon's around 2:30 when he should actually be around like 1:45. And Laura, I think, is at like 2:30 when she should be at like 1:35. So overall, there's no, I guess Laura's going to be around 1:40, 1:45. But yeah, there's plenty of time to save on those as well. So I'm going to be redoing a few of the candidates here over the next few days. If I have time before the English release, I'll redo Emilio. I really don't want to, but I will. So I am going to buy the feather and the necklace. I guess I do wonder if she's at 10. She is at 10 today. So pretty shortly we're going to find out if Jacob is required or not. So I believe it's 5 straight in the restaurant, then 2 in her house, then another one at the restaurant. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's count them out. 1 event. So this is 3. Four. And 5. Jacob not required at all. She is necklace ready. So now, I believe it's 2. 2 in her house. And then 1 in the restaurant. It doesn't... This is not going to sub 2, but it can sub 2 for sure. So yeah, 2 up here, and then 1 in the restaurant. And then hopefully at that point she'll be leaving. So we don't have to run back up here. Yeah, we can get it. I believe, honestly, buying our flowers by itself is going to be enough to put us over the top. Alright, so I'm correct on the order. I've got everything down as far as the events go. I think we still have to run all the way back upstairs, which is unfortunate. This is like a 7-minute day or something. Like, I wish he was coming out of the building right now. We could just give her the feather, but... I don't know when exactly she leaves. It's like 9:30 or 10. Boom. And I only needed 23 flowers, so... But that might have been due to her birthday. Do we know when Blaire's birthday is? For some reason, I think it's sometime in the winter. So we could have afforded 23. Well, that doesn't help me. Aki month 25th. That doesn't help me at all. Gonna have to translate it myself from the guide. Aki equals fall, so fall 25th. So 23 flowers, I think we included her birthday. We may not have. If we missed her birthday, that's so yeah, 23 or 22 flowers is pretty good, and that's easily affordable. I think we landed on, I don't know if it said the 27th or the 7th. The 7th seems like it would be way too far. Is this it? Is this the day? What the heck is this? Oh, that's my own birthday. Maybe I shouldn't set my birthday to spring 1. Although, again, if we start her at the beginning of fall, we won't be going this far into the run. There's also a bit that goes into this in terms of the thought process behind, like, when you propose. Because sometimes you only have to sleep, like, 4 or 5 days to get to your wedding. And sometimes you have to sleep a full 7 or 8. And I think that's due to, like, festivals. I think that's due to festival timing. So I'd like to figure that out as well. Because, like, if we slept an extra day before proposing and it saved us sleeping, you know, 3 more days, like, that would be worth doing. But it would only save a few seconds. But it's still something worth looking into. It's good to know how that stuff works. Beautiful. We look amazing. I look very much like the default character. I PB'd by more time than the run actually is. By 5 seconds. It was a 2 hour, 3 minute, and 32 second PB. And the run is 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 27 seconds in total. So we literally cut off more time than the entire run. Thank you, NATO. Yeah, so the first run we did, we had no idea what we were doing. At least in this one, we had a plan. We're going to get this one down below 2 because it can happen. Probably like a 155 or something. It can happen for sure. I don't know when, but we will. Thank you guys for the GGs. Oh. So I'm trying to think to myself here. We have Rin, we definitely want to redo. Rin has the most time to save. Rin is probably going to be like a 2-hour and 30-minute run. Damon and Laura probably have an hour apiece to cut off. And I'm not sure who else we need to do. I feel like I said it earlier in the run. Are we doing another run tonight? No, I am pooped. But we will be, this was a short stream, we will be streaming a little bit longer tomorrow. We'll probably try to do 2 runs tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the sooner I get to bed, the better, I think, because I forgot about us losing an hour. What, so 2 a.m. hits and we go straight to 3 a.m.? Is that what you're saying? So I'm gonna wake up at like noon. I hope I don't. I hope I wake up at like 10 or 11. I do remember at one point I had an overnight shift and daylight savings time was actually cool because my shift was only 7 hours, but I got paid for 8. And yeah, that was the only time it was ever a cool thing. Every other time it's been bad. I cannot believe that these credits are so long that the Switch goes idle. Or yeah, I saw O'Malley said that his capture card wasn't working, so I wanted to do a stream tonight. I will be doing a stream tomorrow. We're probably, if I had to guess, we're probably gonna do. We're probably going to do either. We're going to do 2 of these 3: Laura, Damon, and Rin.